Hello everyone. Welcome to Confessions Jury, where people put themselves on the spot, waiting for your judgment. Sit comfortably and listen carefully, as you're about to hear today's cases. You hold the hammer and you apply the law. Let us have your verdict down in the comments section. As always, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Let's head on to our first case. Case 1. Am I the bad person for expecting my roommates to earn their keep while they and their 3 children live with me for free? I 44F live in an old hand-me-down house from my mom. It's paid off. I have 2 teens left at home, 3 grown. After 21 years I divorced my husband, and that awarded me a good amount of support, half a car payment, child support, and some alimony. I work a full-time job at a convenience store making less than $15 an hour, as well as own a small business which brings in a decent income. Still, I have substantially less money than when I was married. My friend and her husband came upon hard times due to bad choices and live with me rent-free. The agreement was they can stay with me for free as long as they help me get my house and yard in order. Today, for the 3rd time, I've had a conversation with her about the lack of help to compensate for what I'm putting in. They really seem to think we're all equal here and should be pitching in equally. I think that too, but I think they need to be doing more, and they think I do. Like they buy $150 a week and say it's a contribution, but it's barely enough to last a week. I was also buying groceries, but I buy at Sam's, and they buy generic. I do not care. I just don't think the kids eat until the other food is gone. Their kids are also younger and home all day. They eat more based on that alone. They do routine housework to clean up after their kids, but nothing extra. My house needs lots of work, but she just says he's not a handyman. Their alternator has been out for 3 weeks, so they're using my car. They do put gas, but he works at an oil shop and they can't even get the oil changed or clean it out or just do anything to show appreciation. They currently stay in my son's game room, their son in my entryway, and the girls in the living room. I have a room. My daughter has a bedroom and a vanity room. They only lightly clean where their kids stay. I still have to vacuum, laundry, bathrooms, take out trash as well. The wall in between my son's 2 rooms has a 12-inch gap at the top, unfinished trophy shelf. I've mentioned numerous times we need to close that space to provide my son as well as the married couple more noise privacy. After a month of them not even trying anything I'd suggested, I doubled up some flags and hung them barely a change, so I brought some cardboard boxes from work and asked them to get the ladder and staple them up there, essentially creating a wall behind the flags. This was Friday. He was off yesterday. They didn't do it. Today I cleaned an office that takes me 8 to 9 hours alone because I can't afford to pay my daughters anymore, and came home to them coloring and the cardboard not hung. From my room I then heard the bed creaking and understood why my son has been so adamant about closing it off. I went off on her through Snap. She just makes so many excuses and carries all the burden on herself and claims he's not a handyman and don't know what more they can do to help. She does her part, but he does nothing other than work and sometimes sweeps. I feel like we don't need a 3rd wife and he should be finding other things to do. Or at least learning how to fix his car instead of waiting on her uncle to do it for free for over 3 weeks now. His friend offered but wanted to be paid $80, so they declined. My kids came and cleaned my yard for my birthday after I'd been clearing and decluttering my ex's stuff and piling it all by the alley. The whole month I cleaned, no help. When my kids cleaned, no help. They have dogs they didn't pin up, so when I put them in with our dogs they attacked and we put our dogs down. Their small dog still runs loose. They've only cleaned the dog pen once in the 3 months, and that's only after I had to ask specifically that he do it the next day and not again since. Am I supposed to be just helping them joyfully? They spend their money on weed, beer, cigarettes, cocaine, but not their car. Anything for the house outside of the bare minimum of what their family uses, and then use my kids' stuff. Is it me? They should be doing more, right? If I dirty a dish and don't wash it, they will not. Not my kids' dishes or laundry. She will wash towels if I remember to take the load before out, because we can't take it out unless we fold it, and they'll barely fold clothes that are not theirs. Edited to add the conversation her and I had tonight. Me, hey, I'm going to need in y'all's room pretty early in the morning to hang that cardboard. Son has asked me 3 times already, and apparently I should have just done it myself. Friend, no, we're going to get up and do it in the morning. I did laundry and stuff today, so husband doesn't have to be at work till 1 o'clock, so we were planning on doing it up today, tomorrow in the morning. Me, asked y'all do it yesterday though, but it's whatever, please get it done. That's 2 days y'all could have done it and didn't. Friend, I didn't want to go into your room and look for that X-Acto knife cause I didn't know where it was at, and I asked where earlier, but figured you were busy, and since I don't have to go in tomorrow, and all that, I just figured I'd do it in the morning. I didn't realize it was such a big deal. My bad, I'll get it done. Me, tease, not that it's that big of a deal, really it's just that I have to ask it all after I've already asked. And more importantly, husband gets to work because of my car, that needs an oil change, but y'all couldn't make time for that either. And I'm having to clean this office by myself, even costing my girls the money they're used to because I need the money so bad. It seems so bitchy of me to keep bringing it up, but it's like, why do I have to keep bringing it up? I love you so much, and I'm mostly glad y'all are here, but how has it not occurred to y'all to work off the expenses of y'all living here? Is that not custom for living with people? Do y'all really feel like we're contributing equally here? I just do not understand how y'all figure that doing your basic responsibilities of cooking and cleaning up after your children is earning your keep just because you're doing it in my house. On top of y'all's duties as parents, y'all should be working off $400 worth of free living expenses. It sucks that I have to break it down like that, especially because you do a good job maintaining the house and I appreciate it, but if you're not going to ask husband to contribute anything, except for the $150 groceries that once again is y'all's basic responsibility, and since y'all don't spend more here than I assume y'all did at y'all's own house, I'm not really sure how it's considered a contribution. This is the 3rd or 4th time we've talked about it, and I know he helps sweep and mop, but since we both already do it, do we really even need the 3rd wife? If you're not going to ask him to contribute, then will you please hang the cardboard tomorrow, use a knife if you can't find the X-Acto, and YouTube how to fix an alternator like the other husbands, and get your car running, because you're not using mine anymore. When someone is providing you with anything, especially as an agreement for two-way help and not as a favor, the proper give and take etiquette is to repay the provision with labor. Do y'all really feel like y'all provide $300-400 worth of work around here in exchange for the carefree, comfortable life I'm providing your family? And not counting what you do for your family, that's your responsibility, not a contribution to me or my house. So subtract that labor and then tell me y'all believe you have worked off $300-400 worth of appreciation here. I doubt even that much the entire time y'all have been here. Because you for sure do not clean up any mess that is not y'all's. As proven when I forgot to pick grandson's cookies off the table and they were cleaned around and left their woman facepalming unamused face, and there's tons of little stuff like that. I sat a little butter bowl next to the sink back by the dawn. It sat there for 3 days. IDC that I had to wash my own butter bowl. I'm just using it as an example of how y'all only clean up after yourselves, even though I provide living and transportation for all of us. Friend, it's not that. I didn't have the time to go and get the oil change. You needed the car back by 2 o'clock and I still wanted to get the oil changed, but it's just been going. I don't know what she means by going. She went to an appointment Friday, but doesn't work so for the past 3 weeks since her job shut down, and that appointment she's home. I'm just not sure what else you expect from me. I spend at least $300. This is an exaggeration. Last week she bought ingredients to make my birthday dinner woman facepalming on groceries. Yeah, I have the money to spend more on groceries, but I spent less on myself and my family when I didn't have the money for it. Friend, don't know what else to do. I'm doing my best. You hate husband. Nothing he does is good enough, and okay, we won't ask you for your car anymore. And like I said before, I'm trying my best to get out of here. I will be out of your hair. I don't know. I just don't know what else you expect from me. And no, I don't think I'm washing $300-400 worth of dishes every day, but I just don't know what else you want us to do. I went 1 day without putting up the cardboard you asked us to do. I'm sorry, I really am. I wasn't trying to fight. I'm not trying to argue, and I'm not going to. We will do better. We won't ask you for nothing. I won't ask you for car anymore. Nothing like that. I promise. I will send you some cash in a minute on Cash App so you can go get your oil change and get that done tomorrow if you want him to. If not, you have the money to do it. And as far as my car, it's my responsibility to get it done, and I will get it done. I do feel like nothing we Do is enough, and I feel like you just judge husband because he's not the handyman you wanted him to be. He's not great at. Friend, I'm going to do my best to try to stay out of your way and keep you happy. Like I said, I already walk on eggshells. I have high anxiety here. I try my best. I don't just pick up after my kids. I do everything all around. I didn't notice any butter bowl. I'm sorry. I don't notice the little things that you do. I am so sorry. I appreciate everything you have done for us, and I'm really sorry that we are such a burden. I'm sorry that you feel that way about us. I'm sorry that you feel this way about husband. There's nothing else I can do. I will be out of your house soon as possible, but get my income tax and everything done soon. Just give me maybe 1 more month or 2, and you won't have to worry about me. And my kids, my mess, my lazy has been. You won't have to worry about nothing no more. I will be out of your way. Friend, what's crazy is we actually talked about that today, trying to get up tomorrow, or when he got out of work tomorrow, to try to find something to put around the front door and the side door. It's cool. I mean, I understand husband is not doing nothing and you hate him. He's not going to do enough, so it is what it is. I don't want to argue with you about it. I hear you. I've heard you this whole time. Since day one I've heard you, and I got you, and I appreciate you. And I will get things done. We make the trips to pick him up or drop them off. If I go on my own to go and do it, I can sit and do it. But when I go pick him up from work, they're closing. And when I go in the mornings, I have to get back to get the kids done. Me, I have a hard time believing you walk on eggshells. I walked on eggshells when I lived with people. My mother-in-law would come from work and cook huge meals and leave the mess for me to clean up. I cleaned her cabinets and closets. Mine are done, so I'm not saying you need to do them, but I am saying there's 3 adults here. Friend, okay, that's fine. You don't have to believe me. That's how I feel. And if you don't want to believe that, that's okay. You don't have to. I understand. I've lived with other people too, and I know it's hard. And this is exactly why you were the last person I asked. Because I don't want to have to ruin anything with you. This is exactly why it's hard to live with people. I'll be out of your hair soon, I promise, and you won't have to worry about us no more. Me, please stop saying I hate husband because he's being lazy while I support him, and I'm trying to be clear and honest because he is one of my longest, closest friends. I do not hate him. That's why he's here. Stop making him the victim and ask him why he doesn't care to not hate me and find some way to help like you and I have. I don't even care if y'all rush out. Your presence does not bother me. Does he know you think he's inadequate to do anything? Like, what do you mean he's not a handyman? Friend, what knowledge does he need to wash the car? Friend, I mean, I'm just not sure what else to think because I feel like we're just a bum living for free here, right? That's how I kind of feels. And yeah, he knows himself he's not the best handyman. It's not any secret. But I honestly don't need to feel belittled or stupid because I know what you're trying to say, and I get it. I'm already said it 1,000,000 times, and in the meantime, while we are here until we can find somewhere else to go, he will do better. We will figure out how to get him to do better. Me, you are not bumming off of me. I've already said it. You do help me, and I appreciate it so much. The past couple times we've talked about it, you've said he doesn't know what to do, so just tell him. But when I did, he didn't even do it, and somehow it's my fault because I didn't tell you where the X-Acto knife was. Friend, nobody said it was your fault. I didn't realize we were on a time limit, and I just forgot about it. And then when I remembered and we talked about it, we said we would get up into it in the morning before he left. That's it. There's nothing more to it, nothing less. It wasn't done on purpose. Me, and honestly, you saying he's not a handyman is either an excuse you make for him or you belittling him. I would have thought husband could figure some shit out. But as they say, if they wanted to, they would. Friend, nobody's making excuses, but if I am, he's my husband, and I can do that. That's my business. You can believe what you want to believe. Me, make excuses for him when he's paying for y'all's business. I'm struggling so bad financially right now. My electric bill alone is $268 higher this month, and I have to go work harder, and you have the audacity to defend your man having lazy days? Am I the bad person? You've sat down, you've listened. Now, it's time to state your ruling. What is it gonna be? Let us have it down in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching. Please like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe for more cases like these. In life, we may run, but we can never hide from true justice. Stay safe, everyone.